Hi, my name is John Whitehead, and I'm an executive and leadership coach, and welcome to my video blog post. This is the second post on my series looking at diversity, equity, and inclusion at a deeper level. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, represent an important movement within society and growing organizations. Collectively, DEI will create an environment where individuals feel supported and welcomed, and are given the resources needed to succeed regardless of their background, identity, or differences. Now, since diversity, equity, and inclusion all represent different types of change, it's valuable to look at each term individually. So, diversity. It's the ways in which individuals are different, both visibly and invisibly. This includes characteristics, experiences, opinions, and personalities. Diversity in the workplace is the practice of valuing differences of social and ethnic backgrounds, gender, sexual orientation, age, language, education, religion, and more. Equity is creating fair access and respectful treatment. Equity does not mean that everyone is treated the same, but rather treated according to individual needs. It is the process, whereas equality is the result. Next is inclusion. So inclusion is ensuring a safe space for belonging, support, and respect. In an inclusive environment, every individual feels valued and all voices are heard. So humans are diverse, right? In a variety of ways. There will always be differences that exist between people, whether they are visible or not. Some factors that play into diversity are those that we are born with, whereas others are built throughout our life, through our experiences. While there are many dimensions of diversity, these dimensions can be divided into 4 classifications, including internal diversity, external diversity, organizational diversity, and worldview diversity. It's important to acknowledge these differences in order to build a positive and encouraging workplace. So here's a breakdown of the 4 classifications of diversity. First, internal diversity. These characteristics and traits are the ones that an individual is born with and part of the inner self. So examples of internal characteristics would include gender, ethnicity, race, physical ability, sexual orientation, age, etc. External diversity. Now, those are characteristics that an individual is able to change over time through external action. Although an individual is not born with these characteristics, they are strongly influenced by them. So an example of external characteristics would include personal interests, educational background, marital status, religious beliefs, recreational habits, etc. Organizational diversity or functional diversity. Now, those are characteristics that are related to an individual's role in a workplace and what distinguishes them from other employees. So, for examples of organizational characteristics would include job function, management status, seniority, work location, etc. Now, worldview diversity. These characteristics or perspectives are shaped by changes in the world and an individual's experiences. They are formed by various external and internal and organizational characteristics and change with time and new experiences. Some examples of worldviews include outlook on life, political beliefs, travel, cultural experiences, etc. So diversity and inclusion depend on each other. Inclusion introduces ways to integrate everyone and to make diversity work. The biggest challenge in building an inclusive company culture is to ensure that everyone feels included. After all, no one likes to be judged or left behind. People experience inclusion in a variety of ways, right? There are many ways to make an organizational setting more inclusive and allow differences and individuals to coexist in a way that is beneficial for the whole company. So here are some of the traits that contribute to building a foundation of inclusion. Access to resources. So provide individuals with support necessary to be inclusive, such as diversity groups or support from managers. 2, feeling valued and accepted. There is a greater sense of value when people feel appreciated and respected. 3, having a voice. So it's important that people feel as though they have a say in decisions. When they feel heard, they are more likely to share personal opinions. A collaborative environment. Collaboration promotes a strong sense of connection between a team, having a sense of belonging as well. An individual's sense of belonging and connection to the company will let them know that they are part of an environment that values them. So this will affect their well-being, productivity, and business success. Learning and development. So having access to opportunities to develop as an employee or advance in one's career. This shows that the company cares about their aspirations and growth. The focus of inclusive practices, putting a strategy into action. So these efforts will contribute to the company's mission and culture. In an inclusive environment, every individual feels valued and all voices are heard. So here's some homework for you. Take a few minutes and think of a time when you felt included and heard. What was the scenario? What emotions were you feeling in that moment? So now, again, thank you for watching this series on DEI. If you would like to reach out to me about this topic or other topics such as soft skills, check the end of the video and see my contact information and reach out anytime.